Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I'm having a pretty good day, not bad. Was listening to a Bruce Sees All live stream with the live captures of all the colors on the moon, and it's incredible. If you haven't seen recent or pretty recent moon footage, the veil's lifting everywhere. I think that has a lot to do with that term, not only the truth of what the monsters are doing, but other things in our lives too. So, and that's part of what they're doing, part of what they hide. Well, Roe versus Wade got overturned, and I will tell you my feelings on that. I am pro life, pro choice, at the same time. And you'd wonder, well, how could that be? Well, it is because when somebody is in jeopardy of going to prison if they're carrying an incestuous situation, that really has to be considered for each individual within their own heart. And I mean, I think everybody is pro birth, you know, and um, these laws need to be fine tuned. It can't be just like a one size fits all thing. Um, in a sense, I agree with it being overturned because that does cut off the um, supply chain of fetuses being used in other areas that we would rather not have them used as the human family. So, and that with their, um, whether it's Satanism or uh, what they call population control or whatever. But I still believe that um, if a woman makes that decision, she should not be put into prison. It shouldn't be illegal. That's my belief. So, I don't know. And that doesn't mean that, I mean, I wouldn't be here if it were for, um, if I'm certain of it, if my mother could have got an abortion with me, she would have done it. I have no doubt in my mind, you know. So I'm just saying she should have and could have had that right back in those days, and she didn't. And she didn't want me, and she doesn't want me. So you two don't fight. This is a nice day. Stop it. Behave. Nellie, be nice. My girl cat has been in heat. She's goofy. Behave yourself. Don't act like one of them street walking things. No, you'll have to get an abortion. Oh, well, we'll definitely adopt him out if we can. No, Bobby's fixed, so she can't get pregnant in the house here. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on all that. And uh, there's a deeper, darker thing occurring with all this that some people might not have thought about that angle. And that's once the government has control over what they can do with another human being's body and has say so medically over another person, period, the government has too much control. And with all these untested things that people are putting into their bodies that are federally approved, um, or Health Organization approved those, and disease controlled approved these entities, and one of them that I named is not even a part of our country, has absolutely nothing to do with the United States of America, aside from corporate leaders that employ high tech situations like that to further their control over the population. So, but to me, what this overturning Roe versus Wade means is just the next step and the next means to no more your body, no more your choice, you know, and that is for every human being on the planet. This is just the baby step towards the big one that they want to implement forced. And you know that's what they want. They said so. They said as much. That's what Biden wanted to do back in March when it all started. Was it 2020? You know, even 2019, they're like warp speed. Yeah, warped speed. Yeah, if it was just regular speed, some of us could probably deal with some of that about in our old lives, but we're talking warped. So we don't want none of your drugs. They're warped. Or on the other hand, bad advice if you're older, do not do that. It'll probably pop your heart and it really isn't a good idea. So it's not good to mess with what you have going on unless it were a natural thing, you know, or something that you know that like if you drink a beer and have a hamburger or something, you're not going to die from being an alcoholic. A lot of alcoholics don't even eat good, and even if they do, their vitamins aren't being absorbed into their body like it should be. Ever, 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 never. So, if you are or know somebody in that situation, drugs or alcohol, if you can get them to take a multiple vitamin every day, that's about a third of your battle through the day, not just with their emotional thing or, but actually keeping their mind as healthy as you possibly can. Omega 3s and for their brains, and I'm being real here, real here. Um, a multiple vitamin is good for everybody if it's a good quality one, you know. But like I'm not big. I wouldn't recommend buying like dollar store vitamins. I don't know. Maybe some of you have. Maybe they are okay. I don't know. But I do. I have bought allergy medicine from the dollar store, which is now the $1.25 store. That's what they should call it. But they'd have to keep changing it to $1.50, $1.75. Yeah. By the 2030, it'll be like no buck zones. No more stores. You're just gonna eat what we give you and like it, you know. So anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful day, nice and warm. Got some rain last night. I did try to call my oldest granddaughter this morning. I was going to video chat with her, but she was still sleeping. It was about, well, 8:30 my, no, wait, no. 9:30 my time would be 8:30 her time. And I kind of figured she wouldn't be up, and I wrote her a note and tried a couple other times, but she's, I'm sure, busy doing weekend chores. Um, well, they're out of school now, so, but yeah, for the summer. But wrote her a note that I wanted to get things taken care of and make sure she knew I cared about her in case the storms that they say are coming in for this evening disrupt my internet, and then I won't be able to call her. So I wanted her to know that I cared before the storms came in. So, yeah. Oh, thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome. I hope that I can help your hearts in any way possible and share information with you that you might not have heard before, or just visit with you as your friend. Everybody's welcome. Thank you for being here. So, yeah. But beware. That's this overturning. That's just the beginning phases of their control, and Biden's acting like he's like, this isn't over yet. Oh, you fool, get out of the way. We know that they're two wings of the same bird. I bet they just roar with laughter sitting around their tables, um, talking about how they're going to present themselves in public. Yeah, I'm going to do this now, but I'm going to say it like this. This will really get them. Yeah, I'm going to, Camilla, I'm going to go laugh and just fry them out. you know. I heard somebody say, um, we don't care how she says her name, and she doesn't even care how she says her name. I'm pretty good with not even saying her name, but that's just because I'd rather see state look more localized government and just shut DC down. And it is possible, you know. We don't have to have everything federally. Yeah, there's some poorer states. We're one of the poorest counties in my state. So the people around here really wouldn't be suffering any more than they ever have. Nothing would absolutely change for us in that respect. So some of us really don't care. And we have really high taxes for our area too. So, which is supposed to go to infrastructure and the schools, and, those type of things. But I heard old Biden was saying, that's what Doug calls him, Biden. Now we see you, now we don't. But he was going to give people like a 18-cent reprieve on gasoline for the summer and the holidays and whatever. That's not even it's not even close to coming back to any of the prices that we did have. That's not going to help at all. Just barely. That's going to go into road tax anyway. In my state, it's not going to help a thing. We already pay taxes on that. And they've stopped here in the United States producing diesel. That's it. Now what? You know how many things depend on diesel? Even fertilizer. Yeah, it's nasty. I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I'm thoroughly disgusted that the thing about it, to me, there's a thing where Biden shut down the oil rigs not being able to drill on federal land, which federally, as far as I'm concerned, is still stolen land. It all is. Play your game, say what you want. But I agree with that. Leave what's pristine, pristine. That's a fact. Who wants an ugly oil rig next to, like, say, Niagara Falls or Yosemite or, up in Yellowstone, or that would be a drastic mistake for a lot of reasons. But I've said it over and over again, from Minnesota to far western states and reaching into the Midwest and all the way south, all the way into Mexico, and all the way up into Canada is a thing that there's from me to west of Montana is a thing called the Williston Basin, which is an ocean of oil that is never depleted because of the vegetation that keeps supplementing the oil. And that's a thing all the way around the planet, just like the lava. It's a never ending supply. What melts turns into lava. The oil, what decays, turns into the oil. Take the oil, make some more oil. You know, if they really want to save the planet, um, they could just keep pumping out of the same holes that they've got so many wells that are capped off out in North Dakota alone, just one state. The amount of wells that are just capped off and shut down and abandoned, that they could put a working rig back on there and have them horses' heads pumping oil again right now. But what do we have? We have some jerk off, whatever, over in Saudi Arabia. He would rather have us buy oil from Saudi Arabia than American people, the United States of America. He would rather have us patronize and make another country rich while our economy is going under. That's what's happening right now. This is what these freaks of nature are doing to people. And that's see, to me, the R versus W thing, that's nothing compared to us not being able to drill our own oil or pump the oil out of the wells that are already there, and children that are in the system wards of the state. They, like I say, Epstein Island, that's nothing compared to the hundreds of thousands of children that are abused every day in our system that are not being watched and cared for. So there's a lot more going on. And even with stricter or no adoption at all, would cut down on the people coming across the border, because a lot of those children, and I'm not saying not help make facilities and factories and housing, or help our neighbors in Mexico or anything down by the border with making cities or helping people or something like that. I'm not saying that any of that isn't probably a good idea. You know, it just overloading our system when we're not taking care of the people that we have here already is ridiculous. Like I say, we bring people in our country. We don't adopt them out. That's ludicrous. It's kind of an unnatural thing, for real. So yeah, we're a land of many countries combined as a people united in our states. Yeah. But how some little Indian or white dude or whatever, what I'm saying is a fact. The bank holds the social security number for a citizen born in my country, and somebody else is taking children out of this country, and the feds are still using that, like promissory notes within their banking systems, the cartel that they are. That little child is still a part of that system, making money for our country yet they shipped them out to be abused somewhere else. And I don't care if somebody thinks adoption is an abuse, you have no clue what you're talking about. And I don't have a moment to listen to your singled out situation if that's you were so fortunate. So, but yeah, that's a very, very rare thing. So yeah, Doug just come in and said he's going to turn the air on. Yeah, it feels like it's about time to do that because we do have it gets so tropical here, it really does. It feels like it's about mm, over 100 in the shade. So yeah, I'll turn my air on and get my exercises done. I didn't do that yet. I may not today, but I probably will do something. So even talking about it makes me want to do it. So yeah, I was waiting sometimes until the evening, and that was okay sometimes, but usually it just made it way harder for me to get things done. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna sip of my coffee. Oh, a breeze came in. That's nice. Later. Drive safe. Yeah, I will. As a matter of fact, yeah, I would believe it. It's hot in here. So, yeah, it is. It's warm. I get it cool in here. So he's got to go to town and get a. They gave him the wrong belt for our lawnmower. The one we had, it was just a little different in size. So, and then they gave him the wrong one. So this will be like his third trip. And the grass is growing fast in this heat with all our moisture and stuff. So, yeah. Half the deck works. It's dual blades, so like it's I think I well it's over 48 inches anyway. It's a pretty big rider, but it might even be a 52. I'm not sure. We just got this one a while ago, so but it's a lot like the one we had before, only a few inches bigger, which makes it nice. But yeah, the last part of the front yard he mowed, he had to go over it twice because he only had the one side working. So, yeah, kind of a bummer, but it happens. That's really why none of our children want our place because you have to work to make it go around. You have to dig out in the winter and mow in the summer, and those type of things, and like appliances and different things go down, or even if the sand point on the well quits or the pump quits or whatever for water, it's that's work, but that's what it takes. But yeah, so far, that I don't know. I see there's a lot of the younger generation that do find it easier to live. I mean, even when I was younger and I had an apartment, sometimes it was okay. I usually would try and get a more private dwelling before I owned a place, but yeah, that wasn't always possible, you know. And a lot of times with kids, you have to be closer or in the city makes it more convenient anyway. So, but I'd still recommend if you can get out of the city, get out. Yeah, even a little. It may not be anything fancy. It could even be like a little tiny house or trailer or something. And there's these cute little tiny house trailer things that are in like senior communities, and they have like uh like mini golf and um pools and different things and little stores in these communities. That'd be cool for an older person. I've been kind of considering something even like later in life, maybe like a townhome or something up by the big lake, Superior on the North Shore, um, because I don't want to have to worry about getting out in the winter or those type of things. So I guess I'll just see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely don't want to stay where I'm at. But we'll see. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. I like to travel too, but I mean, I don't have a whole lot of money. But if we sold this place, or I even got my half out of it, I can do a lot of things with my life, what I have left to do. So we'll see. Time will tell. Something's got to give. I bet you all are starting to feel the same way. I mean, yeah, it gets hard in your 30s and your 40s and 50 as you really start kind of getting tired. You might even get sick, not just from lifestyle, but the environment and everything, you know, that you've been around, even the stresses in life that are almost unavoidable. And there's a lot of people that are really stressed out and have a lot of anxiety in life. I had sometimes like that after severe trauma, but I was able to rise above that. I even had bouts of severe depression because of the sorrows. And it's like, yeah, and I rose above that too. But I see a lot of people going through some god awful things, and I'm sure there's many of us praying for a miracle, the miracle that we're waiting for, you know, making the kingdom of God here on heaven, or here on earth, heaven on earth. And I know a lot of my friends, we're capable of that. Just talking to each other, that's heaven, you know. Those kind of friends, ones that you don't have to worry if you turn your back, if they're going to be talking something terrible to somebody about you, because you just know they're not, you know. Those are important friendships in life that a lot of us are forming, you know. Like, if you need me, I'm here, you know. And I live in Pine City, Minnesota. My name is really online and my phone number. You can find me anytime you want. I'm here and I will answer you, you know. So, well, up to a point, I did have somebody calling me and calling me and calling me and drive me crazy. I don't even answer my phone barely, hardly ever, not even for my own kids. So, daughter in law, yep. Uh, but hardly, but this one woman, oh my dear God, it's driving me nuts. And then also talking poorly about a friend of mine, and it's like, well, hate to say it, but you crossed the line there, and I hate that crap. I mean, if I'm going to say something to somebody, like I was talking to a friend this morning, and she was telling me about how people were sort of like bothering her, and I'm like, I used to just tell people, I don't like you to their face. Or if it was a guy, I'd go, you remind me of my ex. And they'd kind of smile. And if they smiled and they were that much of an idiot not to get the word ex before I said that, I'm like, wow, a little thick are we? you know, I don't think we're going to get along at all here. You know, you can't even think. you know, so yeah. But I wrote that to her and she made her laugh, because she wrote back, I smile a lot because she's in like customer service, and yeah, I've been in that situation. I wasn't always polite. I had this one woman order me to pick something up. I was working in Walmart, and I actually was working in the pharmacy, and then I went into seasonal, with the plants and whatnot. But she ordered me to pick something up, and I said, "You can bend over and get it yourself." I said, "Or I will call a stock boy and have him come and get that for you." And I walked away and got on the phone. And anybody else, if she would have said, "Could you grab that for me?" Yes, ma'am. Have a nice day. Beautiful hat, by the way. You know? So that's my personality. I do not take orders from anybody. It's like either ask me nice or don't say anything. But yeah, so her and her mom had to stand there in the aisle for about 10, 15 minutes before. And I was watching from the other side of the store too. Like, how you like that, bossy? You enjoying your day now? You know, because that's not my job description. I could have said that. I was actually just doing a favor because I had heard customer service was, and it was a customer service specialist was needed in one of the aisles. So I went over there and encountered this shit. So, but yeah, I mean, I'd be polite, like I said, if I'm treated, but I don't care if I'm in customer service. If somebody's dirty to me, you are not getting away unscathed. I'll get you before your big mouth is done closing with my eyes, and then my brain attacks. It's like, no, I'm not putting up with this crap. You if people knew how long it took for me to be the warrior I am and not be a passive victim, then you'd say, yeah, you're absolutely right. Nobody should be treated like that anywhere. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to let you go and get this air conditioner on so when he gets back, it's nice and cool for him. So, um, thank you for joining me. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Um, I love you very much. Stay cool. And I was going to say something else. Maybe that's for next time. I don't know. Give me a second. Mm, I guess that's probably it for today. Yeah. It might have been just like something else about cooling off the house or something. Not sure. Not sure. Can't remember right now. Too hot actually. So, like I say, thank you for joining me. And oh, that's what you're gonna say. Happy weekend. Later.